Thank you, Mary and Victoria. USA, USA, USA. We back, baby. We back in the USA. We back in the USA. I'm Tammy. Beautiful. Thank you, Mama Jamie. What's up, Charlie? I'm telling you guys, I'm so happy to be back. Man, I feel more and more energized with every passing day that goes by. I feel excellent. Thank you, Eric. You know, it's kind of interesting. I'm not even that tired because right now I should be pretty tired, but I'm actually not that tired at all. I feel like my schedule is pretty much almost back. I'm almost back at the right time zone. So I feel fine. I ran a lot of errands today. It's 6:40 p.m. on the East Coast. I ran a lot of errands today, and we're gonna be streaming for a few hours tonight. We're gonna do a little dinner stream. Thank you, Winona. We're gonna do a little dinner live stream. So I'm gonna chat with you guys for about an hour. Man, Jerry, you better stop playing with me, Jerry. Stop playing with me, Jerry. You play too much, Jerry. You play with me. You playing with me. I never lost the ability to drive, Synergy. I just don't have a driver's license in America, which I need to go and get. But I got a lot of errands done today. My dad drove me to the bank. Got a lot of errands done. And aren't you guys happy I'm streaming at 6 p.m. instead of 10 p.m.? Share the live stream, everybody. Tap on the screen. Y'all, we need to make it back in the League A2, though, for real, y'all. Like, for real. We need to make it back in the League A2. I need all y'all to get that daily heart me in. Like, I'm for real, man. I need all you guys to get that daily heart me in, please. And we gotta get back in the League A2. Which, let me see how far I am from League A2, so I have an idea of how much I need to go in order to get the fragments. I need 178,000 diamonds to get the 3 fragments. Okay. Doable. It's doable, y'all. It's doable. We could do this. It's doable. So let me tell you guys some big news that's coming up, man. I had a talk with Panda like about 20 minutes ago. We were on the phone for like half an hour. I'm leaning more and more towards pushing the Japan trip until the beginning of May or the end of April. I'm leaning more and more towards that direction. And instead, what I'm thinking about is I should fly back from Los Angeles to spend another month and a half with my mom and dad before I leave. Because it just feels like everything is so rushed. You know, it feels like I'm rushing. You know, it feels like I'm just rushing for no reason. I'm only staying at home for 4 days. Get that daily. Charlie, I need you to moderate for me, dog. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? I feel like staying with my parents a little bit longer. What's up, who is Johnny? Maybe I should just stay with my mom and dad a little bit longer. Chill at home for a little bit, you know, maybe for like another month and a half. My mom keeps saying I'm too skinny. Maybe eat some of that mom's cooking. You know, eat some good cooking from mother. Mother's cook good cooking. Thank you, Marcus and Lena. Everybody is so supportive. Stan, I'm in the United States, Stan. I'm in North Carolina. All of you guys are so supportive. Like, no one is rushing for me to go to Japan. Everybody's like so supportive of me staying at home and just getting some more quality time with my parents. Thank you, Kat and Annie. Everybody get that daily heart me in. Get that daily heart me in, y'all. Let's get that daily heart me in. Tembre, I hope so. What's up, Mary? Yeah, so like you guys are all so supportive of me staying here. So what I'm thinking about is this, because I what's up, Mike? What's up, Susie? What I'm thinking about is I'm gonna stay here in North Carolina till the 11th. I'm gonna stay with Oliver starting on Friday. I'm gonna be chilling with Oliver, and then I go to Las Vegas, and then I go from Las Vegas. No Chipotle yet, but eating the home cooking. But I will. Thank you, Lefty. Everybody get that daily heart me in. 21 penny. So I go from Las Vegas to LA, and instead of going from LA to San Francisco and flying from San Francisco to, yes, Susie, I'm thinking about staying with my mom and dad for like another month and a half. Thank you, Purple. But here's the pros and cons. I'm gonna lay it out. I'm gonna let you guys let me know in the comments how you feel about all this. Okay. Thank you, Stan. So if we go to Japan in early May instead of late March, the pros is that the weather is actually gonna be better. It's gonna be like nice and warm. It's gonna be very good weather. What's up, Russell? Thank you, Kat. The pros is that it's gonna be better weather. And it's also going to be cheaper because Sakura is over, okay? Not as many tourists. Still going to be a lot of tourists, but not as many. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And I will be in Japan for like a month and a half. And then I go to China. But the problem with that is obviously we don't get to see Sakura. All the other stuff will look exactly the same. The buildings, the streets, they look exactly the same. But we won't be able to see the cherry blossom, the Sakura. That only happens for like 5 days at the end of March. So, but everything else will be the exact same, you know, and it's actually a little bit cheaper. You know, it's actually, exactly, Sandy, I was looking forward to it, but then, you know, it's like everybody and their mama is here. But I was like, you know, I kind of want to spend some time with my parents. You know what I'm saying? What's up, BB? I kind of want to spend some time with my parents and maybe spend like a month and a half at home. Okay, we're lagging? We're not lagging. Thank you, Day Day. We're not lagging. Are we lagging? Thank you, Stan. There's no lag, right? I mean, I'm using the internet at home. There's no lag. Okay. Because Charlie was like, Lag City. What the hell is he talking about? Okay. Yeah, so I'm like, thank you, BB. So I'm like, you know, maybe I should just stay. Thank you, Alicia. Maybe I just stay with my, Aloha. Any good sights to see in North Carolina? Well, you know, we can go to the university. We can go to like a national park. You know, go some, you know, Great Smoky Mountains. You know, there's a lot of stuff to see in North Carolina. But another good thing about being here on this time zone is that I get to be on the same time zone as you guys. Right? Like, right. I Mike, I agree, man. I agree with you, Mike. And, you know, I'm on the same time zone as you guys, so I don't need to worry about, you know, you know, streaming so late at night, because I could be streaming, from the same time zone as most of you guys. Thank you, Prestigious Life, for the heart me. Yeah, everybody get that daily heart me in. Let me tell you guys some things that happened today, though. North Carolina has really pretty much not changed at all. You know, I went to the bank today with my pops, and I was just, you know, we were on the road for like an hour and a half, because we have some business at another bank, and I was just looking out the road on the highway, and I was just looking, man. Southern hospitality is very much still alive here in North Carolina. Like, the Southern hospitality is still very much around. Like, I can't speak for Raleigh or Charlotte, but the small towns like Chapel Hill, Southern hospitality is still very much alive. Like, I feel it when I went into the bank. I mean, thank you, Pat Zurich. Thank you, Stan. Like, it's just like, oh, Charlie, man, when we're indoors, we don't need to push the Venmos and the Cash Apps. They know what it is. We got to push our subscriptions when we're indoors. The subscriptions is the most important. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video. Thank you, Julie. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video. We want everybody to subscribe to the channel. Let me continue with what I was saying, though. So you go into the bank, and it's a bank I haven't been in 6 years. And I saw the bank manager. She recognized me. I recognized her. I am on early, Trent, because I'm on the USA time zone now. I'm no longer on the freaking China time zone where I'm waking up so late in the morning. I'm in the USA time now, so I'm gonna be streaming a lot earlier. Yeah, man, it's just like, you know, North Carolina really hasn't changed at all, in my opinion. People are just still chilling. Thank you, Hollywood. Oh man, thank you, Mike, for the subs. Mike just sent out 16 subs, y'all. Yo, give Mike Yo, everybody thank Mike for the subs. If you got a free sub from Mike, please give Mike a word of thank you. Thank you, Mike. He just triggered a sub wave. Thank you, Mike. Southern hospitality. Thank you, Mike. Southern hospitality is very much alive. People are very nice. People are genuinely helpful. Like the people that I ran into today at the bank, man, they were like genuinely kind and helpful, and you know, they do their job just like really well. It's very orderly. The people are just like very nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, Greg. They just good people, man. Like, people when you're on the roads in North Carolina, there's not that many people on the roads. When you're on the highway, when you're on the, you know, just like not that many cars. The same North Carolina that I remember, you know, just like, it's a totally different way of living. What's up, Bad Dream? It's a totally different way of living compared to Shenzhen. You know, like people look at me in my eyes. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, for the subs. Thank you, Tammy. Like, you know, people look at me in my eyes and they, you know, give you the nod of the head and, you know, they give you a greeting. Hello. Thank you, BB and Alicia. I mean, it's just, for me, it's just like, I feel like people are really, you know, a lot of people have said on my in the comments in my streams when we're streaming that they feel like people have gotten nastier and they've gotten meaner in the last couple of years since COVID. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Happy Old. But I feel like, man, North Carolina feels pretty much the same. I haven't had a chance to walk into a store yet, but it feels like nothing much has changed. You know, I really do feel like the Southern hospitality spirit is still there. You know, the American way of living is very different from the Chinese way of living. I think most of you guys know that. And I think I'm starting to understand why you guys like to watch the live streams when I just started doing very mundane things in China. Like we would go into a store, or thank you, Hostel. We would walk into a store. We would go into we would go into like just very mundane things. You guys find it interesting because life really is very different. It really is very different from from China. You know, things here, it feels like, how do I say this, man? It just feels like in so many parts of North Carolina that I've been to, it feels like, that I've seen, it feels like life very much stays still, and it's not a bad thing. There's no, like, this invisible whip that is whipping you, that wants you to just move, progress. Things stay the same, but it's okay. You know, we just kind of move at our own pace. Everything is like, nothing is too rushed, but it's okay. What's up, Tasha? What's up, Tasha? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lil Felix. Thank you, Tasha. So it's like, you know, when I come back to the neighborhood, my dad is like, he's driving his car, and then you can see a couple neighbors walking their dog. You know, my dad would stop the car and like say hello to them. You know, hello, neighbor. You know, just like real nice shit. You know, people smile at each other, man. Don't nobody smile at me when I'm in China on the streets. Don't nobody do that shit. Don't nobody smile at me. Smile at me for what? Nobody smiles at me for anything. You know? Okay, Tasha, I will. I just get too many messages. I will. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Josh. So it's like, you know, for all the folks that are living in the United States, man, regardless of your age bracket, I just feel like, thank you, Jerry, man. Thank you, Jerry. I just feel like, man, it's a totally different lifestyle here. People are a lot more chill. People are a lot more friendly. Even with all the political division that we have back home, I still think like things are really chill. Thank you, Sandra. I really do, man. I really feel like things are very chill. Thank you, Southern. Thank you, Minerva. Thank you guys for the Raptor. Thank you. See, now here's the $1 million question. Would I stay? I probably talk with my dad more than I have in the last couple of months, being face to face with my dad, just chatting with him. I also asked my dad what he thinks he's going to do when he retires. Thank you, Pam. So my daddy is a full-blown American citizen now. Like, my dad used to have a green card. He used to be a Chinese citizen. My daddy is a full-blown American citizen now. And I was asking my dad, I was like, so what you gonna do? When you retire, where do you want to live? And, where do I want to live? And, I feel like the answer is like, how do I say this, man? I feel like at this point in my life, I still need to make my way eventually back to China, because even though I could live very well out here in America, I could live a very decent life out here, I still feel like there's some unfinished business that I have to do in China related to this channel. There's some more content that I need to make, some more areas that I need to explore, and some more personal growth that I need to do. But so for me, I still feel like I need to make my way back to the Far East eventually, later this year. Very early later this year, not like September or December, or October, in like a couple months. But I just feel like America is a place where it's like, I don't know. And also, you guys say that things are expensive. I was asking my mom and dad about, like, for example, this thing right here. This bottle of water right here. I think it was like, what's up, Jamie? I think it was like maybe $2.50. In Chinese, Mike. In Chinese. Sometimes I'm mixing a little bit of English, but mostly in Chinese. This was like $2.50. My parents bought, because they know I drink out of glass in China. So what's up, Goody? So they went to Whole Foods and they bought me like these Whole Foods brand water that was in a glass. It's from Italy. It was $1.99. And I was looking at the gas station. Gas is cheap in North Carolina, $2.78 a gallon. I saw it today on the streets. Thank you, Jeremy. $2.78 a gallon for a gallon of gas. Apollo, that's very cheap. It used to be like $3.50, $4, right? In North Carolina, $2.78. What's up, Maggie? So gas is pretty cheap. So I haven't had a chance to go walk into a store yet. I haven't gone into a Chipotle yet because I've been eating at home. But I will. On Friday, I'm going to go into, Chipotle. I'm going to go into a restaurant. I'm going to have lunch with my friends. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you, Pond Hopper. But it feels like things are, the eggs are crazy. Eggs are super expensive. You can't even find them. My dad wasn't even able to buy eggs on Monday when he picked me up. He couldn't even get eggs at the market. Fortunately, we had some left over, but yeah, I haven't really. I just booked a plane ticket. Let me tell you guys, I just booked a plane ticket from. I just booked it like 20 minutes ago. The reason I booked it is because I can cancel it within 24 hours if I need to. But I saw a really good deal. I booked it with Delta. I just booked it. Basic economy. Los Angeles to Raleigh. So West Coast to the East Coast. Thank you, Mike, for the subs. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Sukiyaki Sauce. Thank you, Mike. Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. Guess how much the plane ticket was? Basic economy with Delta. Basic economy, the cheapest ticket. 4.5 hour direct flight from Los Angeles to Raleigh. I just did this flight on Monday. Thank you, Linda. Guess how much this flight was? Let me know in the comments. $330. It was either Mike or Tammy who sent the subs. Okay? Please give them a word of thank you. It was $154. $154. I picked the day that it was the cheapest. Usually it's like $400, but I booked it on Wednesday the 19th. I could cancel it if I still decide to go to Tokyo on time. But $159, $154 for a Delta Direct Basic Economy. Now I'm gonna be stuck in the middle seat. I know I'm gonna be in the middle seat. I'm gonna be miserable for 4.5 hours. But I feel like deals could still be had if you're looking. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Alexis. So, Stan, I'm about to get some Flaming Hots. I actually saw it at the airport, but I was so thirsty from the flight. I didn't want to get any. But I'm about to get some. LAX to RDU. Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. West Coast to East Coast. $154 in basic economy. And yeah, so I thought it wasn't, prices are kind of bad, but, according to all you guys, and it is bad, but I gotta be honest, I've been to some places where the prices are really bad. Like Hong Kong, the prices are horrible. Thailand was expensive. Nothing was cheap in Thailand. The restaurants that we went to. So I don't know. I feel like if you be smart about it. What's up, Dom? I feel like it hasn't been horrible, but we'll see though. We'll see. And here's the craziest thing. Let me show you guys something else. Let's say I take a little Uber right now. Like I open up my Uber app. I'm on my phone. Let's say I open up my Uber and I take a Uber to I take an Uber right now to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Okay? If I go take an Uber right now to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that's an hour and 10 minutes away. Okay, that's an hour and 10 minutes away. And the Uber has two options. One is called Uber X. That's $90, $91 for a 1 hour and 10 minute Uber. $91. Okay? $91. What's up, Uncle Hyo2? If I do a wait and save, so there's an option called the wait and save. So I wait another 15 minutes. A car's gonna come and pick me up. That's $84. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, those prices are very expensive compared to China, but it's not like insanity. You know what I'm saying? It's not like as horrible as I thought. It's not too shabby. It's not like insane, So, I don't know, man. It's like, does that make sense? It's like, yes, man, Charlie, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I feel like if I went and like maybe during the middle of the day, I can probably get it for like $60. So anyway, I just think, I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy that my family lives in North Carolina. There's a lot of benefits to living in New York City, living in Chicago, living in Los Angeles. But North Carolina is like my little enclave. Like it is a place where, we know we're not the fanciest state. We don't have the fanciest, buildings. We don't have the fanciest restaurants, but it's home. North Carolina is home for me. And it's a place that is like my little safe zone. You know what I'm saying? It's a place where I feel very happy. I feel very comfortable. The air quality. Let me show you guys the air quality earlier when I went to Farmville. I took a screenshot of this because I thought it was so incredible. It's on the other phone, but the air quality was literally perfect. It was literally perfect. And that's the kind of stuff you can't buy with money. You know what I'm saying? Like having good oxygen, having good air quality in America, like you can't buy that. You guys saw the pollution that we had in Taiwan. You saw the pollution that we had in freaking Thailand, right? Like, I just feel like we as Americans, to be honest, man, I feel like we have it really good. I feel like we love to complain about a lot of things, and now that I'm back, we got 50 seconds, everybody, to get 4 more subs. We could hit our sub wave, y'all. We're at 20 subs. We need 4 more subs to hit our sub wave, y'all. We need 4 more subs to hit our sub wave in the next 35 seconds. But yeah, I just think life here is like really good. It's not as exciting as China. I don't think it's as exciting as Tokyo or Thailand. The life, what's up, Lee? It's not as exciting, but I feel like life here is like, I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lee. I feel like life is like you guys. I feel like you guys have it good, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Linda. I feel like you guys have it really good. So, yeah, I mean that's my earliest impression. My earliest impression is my mom is in the kitchen. She's cooking right now. My mother's cooking right now. I'm gonna do a little dinner live stream. Okay, I'm gonna do a little dinner live stream. I just feel like, man, I feel like we really got it really got it good, man. I really do, man. You know, you guys, thank you, Marilyn, for extending your sub. We just posted a brand new subscriber exclusive video, by the way. We just posted it like an hour ago. Thank you. Man, what's up, Rennie? I'm telling you guys, be more grateful for what we have in America, because we really have a very beautiful thing going on over here. And I was talking with my dad about it, you know, just talking about all the things that's going on between China and the United States, all the animosity, all the antagonism that's going on. And, you know, my dad and I did a lot of talking. We were in the car, you know, for like an hour and a half and just talking and just chopping it up. Let me tell you guys this, man, like, let me put it this way. What goes on that side of the world in China, in terms of their people, what they do with their lives, how they live their life, is so far away from how we live our life out here. There's should be very, very little that we have in conflict. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally looking at the world map just as I'm saying this. Look at my room. My room has a world map. Okay, right here. You guys see that? There's a world map. Like, we're here. They're all the way over there. We're so freaking far away. Okay? It's just like, I'm just like, man, my dad and I, we were just chopping it up in the car, and we were just like, there's no reason why there should be so much animosity between these two countries, because there's just very little that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, wonderful. It's not that they like to pollute or anything. It's like, if your ass live in like Havelock, North Carolina, or you live in like Wallace, North Carolina, you live in freaking Sanford, North Carolina. These are places that I go to, right? Like, China is like, thank you, Veed. China's like on a different planet. you know what I'm saying? Like, if you live in Sanford, North Carolina, which is where I went to go today to go take care of some business at the bank. It's like, I'm like, China is like literally on a different planet. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, everybody? It's literally a different planet. Thank you, Veed. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, man? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm in America now. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in my parents' house. You know? Like, it's like, man, I walk in that bank, man, I'm just looking at all the people, man. I'm like, dog, if I start talking to them, if I just went up to like somebody in the bank right now, and I just start talking about what's it like to live in a city village in China somewhere, I feel like they would think I'm speaking in Swahili. You know, because life is just so different. It's just so different here, man. And that's why I love to show you guys this stuff. Now I understand why you guys like to watch that stuff when I'm walking through like the alleys and shit. You know, I'm walking through like a freaking alley late at night. Now I understand why there's like 2,000 people watching that. Because it's so different from where they are in America. The sense of contrast is what draws them into the live stream. And I'm starting to slowly realize that. You know, it really is different. So, you know, that's why when I go back to China, we're going to get this VPN figured out. And we're going to hit the streets of China again. Because I know it is very, very different from what you guys see at home in America. I can see why you guys like this stuff. Thank you, Bede. Another observation that I made about the people here, man, is I honestly feel like, man, the air quality is so good in America. That's the number one, right? Everybody breathe this. Our water in North Carolina is also very good. We have good, clean water. Thank you, Mike. I just feel like, man, a lot of the things that we have is so much better than the rest of the world. And yet, when I walk around, I do see a number of people that I feel like maybe are living an unhealthy lifestyle. But I just feel like, man, it's so easy to fix because we have such a good, like, our base is such a good base. Like, just the air. Like, can you imagine if your ass live in, like, Islamabad in Pakistan? Or imagine if your ass live in, like, freaking, you know, Bangkok is nothing compared to, like, Islamabad or, like, freaking, what's the name of that city? Like Hyperbad or like Mumbai or Bombay. Like when they wake up in the morning, their air quality is like 350 on the PM 2.5. It's horrible, right? Like we have good clean water in North Carolina. We got good clean air. I just feel like we should all be very healthy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if we just all, I feel like we have just like the feeling that I had when I'm back home in America is just like, we have it so good. We have it so good, man. Like the basic things, we have it. We have it free of charge. So it's like, we have such a step up over like so many other places in the world, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm telling, air is free. They don't charge you for air, don't they? Shit, they charge you for everything else, but air is free. Our air is crisp. Our air is clean. We have it so good. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully you guys, when you're watching my channel, man, you guys could just realize, man, like, as somebody who lives in China, man, we have it really good. Thank you, Jamie. Somebody asked me a very fair question. Why leave? Why leave is very simple, because my channel is built on Asian history and Asian culture, especially Chinese history and Chinese culture. So I need to be on site to go and film these things, because we don't use AI videos and we don't use like stolen footage. All the footage we filmed on site. We travel to those places. So I'm almost like an investigative. I'm almost like it's almost as if I work for the History Channel or I work for like the Discovery Channel, where I need to be like on site to go and film those things. I'm like traveling all around these. Like, for example, if we go to like Marrakesh one day to go to Morocco and we're doing like a number of videos on Morocco culture, I need to be in Marrakesh to do it. I don't want to be one of those like armchair TikTokers where I'm just like sitting at my home, clipping clips and then putting an AI voice on it. That's like minimum effort. It's like no effort. And I want to do some shit where it's like effort. Thank you, Taylor Rena. It's like my job. This is why I'm also hesitant about staying at home for a month and a half, because it feels like I'm just in North Carolina and not. My mom and dad, they great. Thank you, Taylor Rena, they great. They living good. Pop's aged a little bit, looking a little bit older than usual. But that's what happens when you're in your 60s, That's another reason why I kind of want to stay a little bit longer, man, because I feel like my dad in the room right next door. So I don't want to be too loud when I say this, man, but I feel like my dad is aging a little bit. I feel like my dad is aging a little bit. I can see like the lines on his face. His eyes look tired, man. Feels like my dad is aging a little bit. That's another reason why I kind of want to stay home for a little bit longer and stay with my mom and dad. 61. Turned 61 this year. Turned 61. Things like that, man. Yeah, all the more reason for me to just stay for a few more days, a few more weeks. 61. My dad's 60 right now, turned 61. I don't like to get it. I don't want to talk about their business too much on my live stream, but it's another reason why I wanted to stay. Another reason why I want to stay is I want to get some of that home cooking. Shit, stay at home a little bit, get some of that home cooking. Hey, by the way, I got one of my viewers reminded me yesterday. He was saying that my thyroid was looking a little bit bulging. Okay, one of the viewers who really cares about me, he was saying that my thyroid looks a little bit bulging. Okay, I think it's just that masculinity. Thank you, Pink Rose. I think I just got that masculinity, man. I got my Adam's apple sticking out. I think it's just that masculinity. That's why I gotta bring them some grandkids. I agree with that. Like they were saying that he was saying that my thyroid was bulging. I think it's just that masculinity. It's that testosterone. I got that testosterone flowing. I guess I seen it just now on this side. I know I'm not on at a weird time because it's 7:14 p.m. I'm always on very late, right? But I figured I'm in America right now, so I should thank you, Veed and Linda. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I just feel like I should be on a little bit earlier because I'm in America, so I shouldn't. Yes, you could hear it. You could hear the stuff going on in the kitchen. Thank you, Pink Rosette. You guys could hear it in the kitchen. It looks enlarged. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to ask Oliver to give me a free exam. Oliver, you watching this? Thank you, TT. Oliver, you watching this? We're going to ask Oliver to give me an exam, dog. We're going to ask Oliver to give me a free physical. Shit, he's going to give me a free physical, y'all. See, look, as I'm talking to you guys, thank you, Jazzy. You got these people from Pakistan who just keep spamming you. They just keep spamming you with invites, nonstop. You decline, I hit decline, they'll come and spam me right away. Look at this, just keep spamming me. Oliver said, I gotta pay up, I ain't paying shit. Tap on my face, everybody, tap, 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 tap. All right, Charlie. I'll see you a little bit later. Yeah, man, I'm you know, that's another thing. That's one thing. You know, and the lady, you know, the woman who helped me today at the bank, she worked at the bank for 29 years already. Almost 30 years working at the same bank. And she's like 5 years away from retirement. When I was talking to her, she said she's 5 years away from getting a pension and retiring. You know, and I was just thinking, like, you know, I bet you those 29 years that she's had at that bank, I bet you they were 29 very peaceful years, man. You know, 29 very peaceful, very happy years, nothing really too much crazy going on. You know, get to see your kids grow up. You don't have to, you know, she worked at a different branch, like 10 minutes down the street, and now she works at this branch. So basically the whole radius of her life, thank you, Sheila, is like literally within a freaking 10-mile radius, you know? And here I am. Thank you, JJ. My ass is like a freaking itinerant, like a wanderer, you know, just going everywhere left and right. What's up, Regina? And, you know, it's just like, yeah, 20. Well, she's a manager now, Ken. She's not counting anybody's money. She just, you know, she's the boss now. She's like the bank manager. Thank you, Glizelle. You know, if I can only tell you guys, man, just like, you see a lot of trailers. In North Carolina, you see a lot of pickup trucks everywhere. Big pickup trucks everywhere. It just feels exactly the same. Yeah, Metaverse, the only Tar Heel game in town left is the game against Duke on Saturday. It's the last game of the year. It's the last game of the year, Metaverse. It's the last game of the year. Because we might not even make the tournament. So it's the last game. Thank you, Kid Kat. It's the last game of the year. Thank you, Kid Kat. I appreciate it. Tap on my face, everybody. Tap, tap. Yeah, man. Just wilding out, man. Just like homesick. And makes me want to stay at home a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do, man, is I'm going to change my plane ticket and push Japan. Thank you, JK. Push Japan until a little bit later. And then until early May, late April. And just stay at home for another 6 weeks. Stay at home for another 6 weeks. Spend some time with my mom and dad. Get a little Starlink. I'm gonna order like a little Starlink dish, and go into like the middle of a national park where there's no signal, and stream with Starlink. I feel like we could do that. You know, I feel like we could do that. So, what do you guys think? Get a little Starlink. Yeah. Yeah. You still get bird nest, easy work. Buttons, I can get that very easy. But you know what's cool, man? Being in North Carolina, I don't need any bird nest. You know, it's another reason why I want to stay at home. Let me tell you guys, man. Another reason why I want to stay at home. I feel like, man, when I'm in China or I'm in Japan or Thailand, wherever I am, I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Every day I'm eating irregular, skipping meals because I'm on the road or eating at weird ass hours, you know? And it's like, I'm thinking, it's nice to have like a breakfast made. It's nice to have a lunch made. It's nice to have like a dinner made, you know? Obviously it's work for my mom, but it's nice to have like 3 square meals a day, sitting at home, you know, chilling a little bit. It's not bad. You know? It's not bad. I know I do need a little bit of a feminine touch in my life. You know? Do need to get a little wife, you know? Time to slow down for a little bit, you know? Yeah, get some structure, you know, in my life for a little bit. And my parents keep telling me I look skinny. They say I've lost way too much weight, and they want me to put some weight back on. So, you know. Yes, I know. Yes, I am. Look, there's also a few other things, you know, my dad and I talked about. You know, my dad and I, you know, we like to talk about things that are very heavy. You know, my dad and I were just talking about the current state of things in America and the state of things in China, and just talking about all these things and what we see going on in the world. And, you know, my dad was telling me that he feels like the pandemic has changed a lot of things. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the rose. Let's get to 1,000. He feels like, he was telling me that he feels like the pandemic has changed a lot of things. Like, my dad, you know, he does something where he works with a lot of young people. And, like, he got to work with people in their, like, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. You know, my pops, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Teresa. My dad was like, he was telling me that when he looks at the eyes of these young people today, he was just like, he was like, he doesn't see the same. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, nickname. Thank you, Vio. He said he doesn't see that same pop in their eye as he did a number of years ago. Thank you, Mike, for the subs. Thank you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? My dad is like, you know, he was like, when I started doing this job 17 years ago, and you see the young people, like, my dad was just telling me, like, there's a spark in their eye. They're optimistic about the future. You know, it's like, he was like, nowadays, man, he just feels like it's not there. And I was telling him, I was like, that's because all the young people nowadays want to do what I do for a living, which is they want to be an Instagrammer. They want to be a YouTuber. They want to be a TikToker. You know, they want instant gratification. They don't know how hard it is to do what we do, but, you know, I feel like a lot of people, they don't really see the value of education as they did before. Because, you know, 20 years ago, without social media, the way that we have it today, you know, you don't see. Thank you, Tashi. Thank you, Kimberly. It's like 20 years ago without Instagram, especially Instagram, you don't, how do I say this, man? It's like you don't see a lot of the things that you see today that makes you like, let me explain something to you guys, man. Like, if you see these guys that are on TikTok, that are on Instagram, and they're like 27 years old, and they're like flaunting their shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like flaunting their shit. They're like flaunting their wealth. They're flaunting their Rolls Royce. They're flaunting their lifestyle, you know, and they're like 28 years old. Imagine you're 21 and you're in a college dorm somewhere and you're watching this. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and he or she is like, okay, I'm gonna graduate with a CPA. I'm gonna start with a $65,000 salary. How many years is it ever gonna take me using a normal path of education to get to what this guy is flaunting on social media? You know, like, there's a lot of people, right? The Andrew Tates of the world, the Onahu brothers, who just got arrested in Dubai, actually. That guy just got arrested. Him and his brother just got arrested in Dubai. It's all over TikTok right now. You can find out the reason why. And like, you know, and it's like, you know, you got, you know, it's like you're a young lady right now. And I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm just saying there's got to be some girls out there that feel that way. You know, there's some women out there, they're 21 years old, and, you know, you're staring at 3 hours of homework tonight, and, you know, you want to take a little break, and then you're swiping on Instagram and you realize, like, fucking Sophie Rain just made $40 million last year on OF, right? Like, yeah, it's kind of hard for you to get back to that homework, right? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we live in a world today where it's like young people just get to see so many things that are like done by people that are like the same age as them. Thank you, Pitbull Dad. It's like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, so this is why, like, you know, my pops was telling me, he was like, he just doesn't see the same spark in, like, you know, the young people's eyes like he used to see, you know, 20 years ago, you know, when he first started doing what he do, you know. And it's like, makes you kind of think about the future. And it's not and that's a common symptom, you know, in China and in America, man. Young people over there is exactly the same way, you know. So in many ways, you know, the same problems that we have back here in America, they have it in China, you know, except I think it's a lot worse over there. You know, thank you, JK, for sharing the live stream. Everybody hit that share button. Does that make sense, everybody? Is what I'm saying making sense at all? Is that making sense at all, everybody? Does that make sense? Like, just, you know, geeking about things like this, man, it's like, yeah. You know what I would love to do? I would love to go to Carolina on a school day, like on a Thursday or Friday or whatever. I would love to go on campus and just look at some of the kids. You know, hey, David, I hear you, man, in all caps. I hear you. I would just love to, like, go to Carolina right now and, like, just look around. Exactly. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. And, of course, the subscriptions. We appreciate the subscriptions from Mike and Tammy Jones. You know? So it's like, thank you, Indigo. Thank you, Joni. So it's like, man. You know, and I'm also kind of curious, man, what Oliver's home situation is like. You know, the neighborhood that he lives in, the schools around his house. Oh, I'm not tired. I'm still jet lagged. I'm dealing with the time zone difference. You know, I'm still dealing with the time zone difference. Yeah, man, it just feels like life stays still out here. You know, and not necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Marlene, for the subs. It's just not necessarily a bad thing. You know, if you're, and we are going to see the mama food you, but it's simple. It's simple food. Simple food. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm just in a place where it's like, you know, you're just thinking about so much shit about where you want to be in the future and what kind of a life you have. You know, it's, yeah, just, this is why I'm going to spend another, I think my decision is pretty much made. I think I'm going to spend like another month at home here in North Carolina. Ayana is coming. We're working on it. You know, So, and you know, my dad has these security cameras installed on the back of his house. You know, he's got these security cameras that pick up motion. And like every night, there's like these deer that come into our backyard and they eat the plants and the some of the fruits that grow. And you're just like, man, you see that shit at zoos in China, you know? You ain't no deers running around my neighborhood in Shenzhen, I'll tell you that, man. The only things running around in my neighborhood is electric scooters and delivery drivers. Here we got deers, we got foxes, we got rabbits, you know? Thank you, Mark. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no deers running around in my neighborhood in Shenzhen, man. Can you imagine a fucking deer in the middle of a street in Shenzhen where I live? That's gonna make the news the next day. That'll literally make the news the next day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got like 30 scooters, you know, at any given rest stop, at any given red light, there's like 30 electric scooters. You know, you imagine a freaking deer just ran through there. You know, that's some shit. That's some very shit. That's some shit right there. I am very content with life. I am very, very content with life. I have nothing to complain about. I am very, very content. So, you know, and you just, man, you think about all the things that's going on. Thank you, Pepper. What's up, Pepper? And it's, my parents go on a cruise on Friday. They leave for the cruise on Friday, man. I could technically live in the house by myself. Thank you, Pepper. I could be here all by myself, you know. But I feel like there's really no need for me to do it. I don't feel like there's a need for me to be by myself out here. I'm gonna go spend some time with Oliver, see a couple friends. But I'm not going on no cruise, man. I gotta be with you guys. I gotta stream, man. This is a channel. We gotta run this like a channel. You know, we run this like a business. Thank you, kid. Thank you, Kyla, for the dragon. I appreciate it. I am an only child. Yes, I am. You know what? Before we start doing any types of battles, man, before dinner, hit me up with some questions. I would love to hear some good, insightful questions from you guys about, you know, since I just came back to America. Thank you, Mello. I would love to hear some good questions from you guys. And then my moderators could pin some, like, thank you, Louis. My moderators could pin what they think are, like, insightful questions. Linda could pin them. Some good questions. Some, like, insightful questions. It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. Dr. Ortiz, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Am I surprised with the price increases here? You know, one thing that surprised me that my dad told me today in the car. Before I left America, how many of you guys remember this in the chats, in the view? How many of you guys remember this? How many of you viewing? If you remember getting an oil changed, what's up all day? Do you guys remember getting an oil change like 10 years ago, 7 years ago? Like before I left for China, when I used to get an oil change, I would go to the Nissan dealership and I would get these coupons. I would always get a coupon, and an oil change was $29.95. My oil change used to be $29.95, sometimes $23.95 for an oil change. Okay, it used to be cheap. My dad told me an oil change now is $82. Thank you, Nancy. My dad told me it's $82 for an oil change. I was like, what? $82 for an oil change? It used to be $23.99, $25.99. Drew Lanier, we're going to be in Japan next. You were talking about that at work today. I'm like, how's that? I don't understand how something just went up 4 times, though. I was asking my dad this. My dad said even at Walmart, it's like $62, $63. My dad told me this. He's like, even if you go to Walmart and get an oil change, it's like $62, $63. $63, $62 to get an oil change at Walmart. At fucking Walmart, right? And he was like, if I go to the dealership, it's $80, $85 for oil change. My best memory as a child here in America, man. My best memory as a child here in America is a very simple answer. 2002, the year I came to America as a young boy. I just turned 12 years old. I told the story on live stream before. I was living in Kent, Ohio, and it was Christmas Eve. I went to sleep that night, and I woke up on Christmas Day. I look out my window at the university apartment that we were living in. We were living on the ground floor. It had snowed overnight, and the snow was this thick. It was just like the Hollywood movies I used to watch growing up in China, where it was snow during Christmas. And my very first Christmas here in America, I went to sleep the night before, no snow. I woke up the next morning, there was this much snow on the ground. It was magical. It was absolutely magical. It's favorite memory, that was from 2002. That was 23 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Because I grew up in a city in China where it doesn't snow like that. So I have never seen snow like that in my entire life. You know, it gets cold in the winter, but it doesn't snow. And when I saw that snow, I was like, yo, I'm in America. I was like, yo, I'm in America, man. What's going to happen next, man? Is Santa Claus going to come and visit me next? I mean, it was magical. I still remember it to this day. That's when I knew I was in America. December 25th, 2002. Snow covering Kent, Ohio. I was like, man, what's going to happen next, man? Santa Claus is going to jump out. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I got a lot of great memories. Lots of great memories. What's the first thing you want to eat that you haven't had in a long time? I'm about to get some Chipotle on Friday. Chipotle for me and my friend on Friday. No, I'm eating home cooking. Me and my friend, we're going to get some Chipotle on Friday. And it'll be great. It'll be great. I don't have a filter. There is no filter, man. What you mean? There is no filter. This is how I really look. There is no filter. There's no filter. And then also some Chick-fil-A. I'm going to get some Chick-fil-A. Get some Chipotle. Get some Chick-fil-A. Home cooking has been treating me good. Home cooking has been treating me good, y'all. My hair is expanding by my years. No, I ain't got no filter on. I ain't got no filter on. Look. Look at this. This is how I really look. No filter. Thank you, HB. Thank you, Stan. No, Melissa. My parents are private people. Nah, I did not go to college, man. I got my GED, man, my good enough degree. I didn't go to thank you, Stan. I did not go to college. I got my GED. Thank you, Julia. I appreciate it. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Too kind. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm in the United States. I'm in, no, I did not go to Duke University. I am in, thank you, Region. I am in, I'm in North Carolina right now. Hey, for those of you that weren't watching late last night, let me give you guys a little room tour. Man. Thank you, Brown Fluff. How many of you guys haven't seen my room? I'm not going to give you guys a house tour, man, because that's my parents' house. It's kind of private, man, but I'm going to give you guys a little room tour. All right, y'all see this? This is my room, okay? And this is there's a lot of shit on the tables right now, and my luggage is kind of like laying out here. But this is my little room. Okay, this is my little room. Okay, got a space, pretty basic room. I got my own little walk-in closet, which I don't get to use because I don't live here full time. It's been turned into a little storage room by my parents, where they just store the things that they don't want to see. They just put it in here. I think some of you guys were awake last night and y'all saw it. Okay? But this is basically a room where they keep the stuff that they don't want to see. This is basically a junk room. Okay? Like, these are my old clothes that we still have. It's a lot of crap that we have in here. Thank you, Rainer. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. This little closet right here, you could actually sleep. Someone could actually sleep in here in, like, Hong Kong. They could probably rent this room out for, like, $300, $400 a month in Hong Kong. This little storage, this little walk-in closet. Dude, Raven, I'm 34 years old, man. I'm not even thinking about retirement. Thank you, Paul. And I got a little full-size bed. And this bed is going to withstand any type of doogie that you do out here. Any type of doogie, there's no way you could... You see, unlike that shitty-ass bed that I have in Shenzhen, this bed right here, no amount of doogie is going to break this. Look at how thick this wood is. This is real wood. No amount of doogie is going to break this bed. Okay? Not bad. Just my little room. You know, what do you guys think? Simple little room. You know, it's not really much of a view from outside my window. It's all dark and shit. You know, just a humble, this look kind of dirty. I'm sorry about that. Just a humble little room. You know, a humble little home. That's all I need. Like I said, middle class, you know, middle class, slightly upper middle class family. We don't have a big house, but we have a comfortable place that we call our own home. It's one floor. We don't got two floors. It's one story. But it's got nice and high ceilings. Not my room. My room's got low ceilings, but, you know, got everything I need. Let me sit down, man. Show the quilt on the wall. This thing right here. It's kind of nice. Yeah, it's perfect. I appreciate you, David Ortiz, man. We appreciate you. You know, it's nice and clean. And I don't know why there's some tissues right next to my bed. I guess I put that there when I was cleaning out my bag earlier. But, yeah, man, I've been just living out of this suitcase. My Coach Gio is here. Been living out of this suitcase for the last freaking, you know, however many, pretty much the last year. Beautiful. Would I prefer to live in China and America or America? Man, let me tell you something, man. Raven, let me tell you something. That's a loaded question, man. It's a very loaded question. Thank you, Leather. That's a loaded question, man. I think the best thing to do is, if you have a family and you have kids, I think it might be better for the kids to live in a place like North Carolina. There's so many places in America where you can get a quality of life where it's like, you know, you guys know Uncle Hyotu. You guys know Uncle Hyotu, one of like my best viewers who supports the channel. He's got a bunch of kids. Like, the lifestyle that he has living where he, I'm not gonna say where he lives, but the lifestyle that he lives where he lives in the country, you know, his kids go like sporting tournaments, living a good, like a very suburban type of lifestyle, big basketball courts, big football courts, you know, big football fields, big soccer fields, you know, where it's like, that's the type of environment that I want my kids to grow up in. You know, like, go to school, but have a life outside of school where you can play sports, you can do your recreational activities, hang out with your friends, and you know what I'm saying? Whereas in China, it's a very tough place for a kid to grow up. Thank you, Angela, because you're always studying. You're always studying. You know, and it's like, you know, eventually I'm going to get to an age where it's like, I got to think about what I want to do for my family and for like, you know, when I have kids one day. And I really do think like being here in North Carolina is a good decision. Thank you all day. It's a good decision. You know what I'm saying? Like being out here in North Carolina I think is a better decision for the family. Man, if I was single forever, man, if I was a dog and I was single forever, thank you, Anna, I wouldn't even live in China, man. I'd go live in freaking Bangkok. I get $1,000 apartment in Bangkok. And it's, you know, there's gonna be some stuff going on, you know? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, so Raven, I don't know if I answer your question, man. I don't know. My dad be asking me the same question, man. You be asking me questions like the way my dad is asking me questions. I don't even have an answer. My dad be asking me the same question. Don't know, man. My dad was asking me, like, what's your long-term plan? I said, dog, man, I don't even have a short-term plan. Long-term plan, my ass. I don't even have a short-term plan. What long-term plan? I don't have a plan. My plan is to just wing it and just go with the flow. That's my plan. Wing it. Long-term plan. I ain't got no long-term plan. I'm just like, I'm gonna wing it. Go with the flow. You know, just live. Thank you, somebody of note. Have a family. Survive. Yes, I'm back home in America. Look at these drapes. Look at these drapes. You know this is American drapes right here. You know it. Look at those. Look at them drapes. Yeah, let's get to 200,000 likes, everybody. Let's get. I'm on a little bit earlier than usual, so I'm not in a rush at all. I'm just chilling. Cause we're gonna be on for a few hours tonight, and also I'm forcing myself to be up. Cause if I'm not streaming right now, I will be sleeping and napping, and that would mean that later at night I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Thank you, Fresh Boy. Thank you, Fresh Boy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. You see, Uncle Hyotu is here. We were just talking about Uncle Hyotu just earlier. We were talking about Uncle Hyotu earlier, man. Uncle Hyotu is here. Okay? We were just talking about Uncle Hyotu earlier, man. I was talking about how, you know, the suburban life. That's the one I want. What do I miss about America? Let me tell you guys something. What do I miss about America? I miss the people. Zero, Brown Fluff. Zero. I ain't never brought a single girl to this room because we only moved in a few years ago. You know, let me tell you guys something. We are immigrants. Nothing was handed to us, man. We had to earn everything. We didn't buy this simple starter home until, like, I'm not gonna say the exact year, but it wasn't that long ago, man. Like, home ownership, to be able to, you know, let me tell you guys something. One of the hallmarks of being an immigrant, at least in my personal experience, is that you are always fucking moving. In my entire, from 11 years old until I was like 23. Let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Okay, let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Thank you, Varanzi. Let me tell you guys how many times I moved. Kent, Ohio, we moved 1, 2, 3. We moved 3 times in Kent, Ohio. Chicago, we moved twice. Yes, we moved twice in Chicago. That's 5 times already. And then North Carolina. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into this place 5. In my 12 years before we moved into this home, we literally moved 10 times. What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? We moved 10 times. You know? So it's like, this is why, like, I treasure this, man. I treasure a place. Yeah, even Oliver says, damn. What's up, Tim? Tim, I'm in North Carolina. I'm back home in North Carolina, Tim. Back home in North Carolina. And this is why I'm on early. Because I'm on the same time zone as you guys. But yeah, man, like, this is why I value and I treasure this little, you know, 30 acres, so to speak. You know, the weather was horrible today. It was raining like crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, this is why I treasure this. It's a simple place that I call home, but it belongs to us. You know, it's my own little home. You know what I mean? It's like my own little spot. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, just a lot of feelings, man. A lot of different feelings about living here. Tim, you missed the part where we were just vibing. If you're still watching, Tim, you missed the part where we were just vibing about what I was talking about, like what it feels like to be living in America, you know, and like how different it is compared to China. And it just it was just a lot that we were reflecting on, man. Just seeing a lot of people smile at you, and you know, I'm gonna say this, man. Let me tell you this. There was a gentleman that I saw today at the bank. Yeah, I'm back in North Carolina. There was a gentleman that I saw today at the bank, man. This guy was